किडे करपार गेले.
Friends, today we are going to discuss about GLP facilities. I'm Dr. Deshmukh, again in front of you, discussing about test facility, GLP test facility. So, as far as test facility is concerned, you must consider two things, basic two things, that is buildings and equipments. So, building should be adequate for the study, and it should be of adequate size and adequate construction, and it should be located properly over there. And building should have minimum disturbances over there, and building should be constructed in such a way there should be separation between activities over there. So what separation should be? Like operation, like studies, then test atom and test systems. These are separation should be given as far as the test facility is concerned over there. The experimental factors to consider over there are variable over there. Then the experimental like test systems, test study type, whatever studies type, number of studies, how many number of studies you conduct. Based on this, you must think about the construction of building. And based on this, you should be able to have your staff, staff safety and comfort of staff. You have to look into that, and possible impact on study from staff, whatever staff are there, what is the impact on of them on the study over there. There should be operational factors also, like access and security is very, very important. What is the asset? Exit and entry over there, then cleaning like husbandry, storage, utilities and maintenance, and most importantly, disposal, waste disposal over there. Waste disposal nowadays, GLP inspectors will look into that amicably over there. So adequate for study means what is that? For example, I can give you that test atom control office should be available, and for dose mixing units should be available. Then animal facilities should be separate. That is what separation and adequate for studies. This should be separate over there, like test atom control office, dose mixing, animal facilities. In animal facilities as well, if at all you are having your breeding facilities, breeding should be separate than experimental facilities over there. Then test control office and dose mixing unit, they deal with your test and control atoms for their receipt, their storage, their dispensing, their weighing, mixing, dispatch, and all that has to be controlled and recorded properly. Coming to animal facilities, as I told you that animal facility, you should have dedicated staff over there for the animal facility. Their entry and exit should be recorded. You should have change rooms over there available, or even if at all you can provide shower procedure if required. Air pressure differences should be maintained. Then you should have HEPA filters for air handling unit. Temperature and relative humidity should be recorded. Food should be not contaminated. It should be analyzed once in a year along with water. Water should be clean. Bedding should be dust free, autoclave. Cages should be washed and autoclave. Animal health status should be maintained over there. Noise has to be controlled over there. As I told you that it should be less than 60 decibels in your facility. You must measure that. And light intensity should be measured. Dose mixing, as I told you, should be separate, and waste disposal is very, very important. What are the environmental factors you have to look into as far as test facility or animal facility is concerned? Like temperature and humidity, you should have airflow, light intensity, duration like 12 hours dark, 12 hours night. Over there, you should have that dark cycle, and noise should be maintained. And cleaning, husbandry is very, very important over there. smooth and your cleaning is good when you have smooth and flat surfaces. Your wall should be smooth, your door should be closable where there, your ceiling should be nice, there should be no gaps, no cracks, no holes over there. Documentation for buildings, SOP and floor plans. As I told you that every activity in your facility should be covered under standard operating procedure. You must have separate floor plans. What are GLP or non-GLP? If at all you also have non-GLP activities for that matter, you should have a non-GLP and GLP floor plans available. And qualification reports of all equipments and facilities. Logbook should be available for all that. All service reports should be maintained. And if at all your instrument is at fault, you should have fault action taken report available for inspection. Coming to equipment, equipment should be suitable over there for the conduct of study. Then it should also have calibration and maintenance, and all this has to be documented. Documentation as far as equipment is concerned, you should keep documentation and logbooks available over there. And it is responsibility of the scientist, basically. One cannot deny that. So obviously, or you can also have one person, custom person for that matter, who is responsible for the equipment. Sometimes require proof of suitability, may need equipment qualification, equipment qualification, calibration and all that is required for that matter for equipment. Basically, you need to prove that equipment is suitable for the analysis or for the activity whatever you are conducting in your facility. Equipment calibration need a proof of standard working condition. For that matter, calibration usually requires use of standards, secondary working standards to primary standards, national or international standards, and you need to fix the frequency of calibration, maybe once in 6 months or once in a year over there. Equipment maintenance, you should have preventive maintenance for that matter, or if at all your instrument is down, then you must have curative maintenance over there. Backup plan should be available, backup procedure should be available, contacts with external service organization. If at all you are getting your equipment maintained by other contract organization, you should have their contacts available. If at all it is there, you should also have alarm systems over there, so that you know that when it has to be calibrated, when it has to be maintained. What are the equipment documents required over there in your, as I told you that you should have standard operating procedure for all equipments available in your file. And all maintenance actions, including outside contractors, should be recorded. Key records of this thing: qualification, use, calibration checks, equipment service plan, and fault action report. These documents should be readily available along with the instruments or by the side of instruments over there. To sum up over there, as far as test facility is concerned, I explained to you about buildings. Buildings should be adequate for the studies, whatever studies you are going to conduct, maybe acute studies, 28-day studies, normal cancer studies, whatever studies, they should be adequate as far as your buildings are concerned. Separation between activities should be available. Factors to consider, as I explained to you about experimental factors, as far as staff requirement, their training records, and all this has to be maintained. Equipment calibration and maintenance, as I told you about this, these are very, very important documents, and unless and until you have that, GLP inspectors will not allow you to function properly. Test atom control office should be there, wherein you must receive the test atom and store that and dispense that as far as studies requirement over there. Those mixing units should be available, and I told you about animal facilities which should be dedicated and separate. Experimental facilities as far as breeding facilities should be separate, and what is that animal husbandries and all that has to be taken care. I explained to you in this presentation. Let us meet next time. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Any questions, please ask on my email ID, pradeepdeshmukh@gmail.com over there. Thanks a lot. झालं मला वाटायला